Good evening, everyone. I am Mayor Wayne Messam, and thank you for joining us for another episode with Conversations with Your Mayor. I'm so excited to join you this evening, and today I will actually be the moderator. Our moderator, Sean Gale, is not out. She's out this evening, and I'll try my best to play the role as moderator. This is going to be a very fun discussion. We've already been laughing during the prep for the show. And my guest today will also be joining me this Friday at our Jamaica Emancipendence celebration at the amphitheater at Miramar Regional Park, starting at 6 o'clock. I wanted to bring them all together to give you just a little taste of what you can expect as we celebrate 59 years of Jamaica's independence with our community, while sprinkling in a lot of cultural affairs as well as recognizing the emancipation of slaves in Jamaica. As you all know, Jamaica is known to have the fifth largest diaspora population outside of Jamaica. And as the mayor, as being a son of the soil, with my parents coming from Manchester, I have great pride in being the host of this event on behalf of the city of Miramar. So let me get started and begin to introduce our guests. My first guest is Itana, a Grammy nominated international reggae artist who is charting her own path as an independent artist and business owner. She currently has 8 studio albums and is the first Jamaican female artist to achieve back-to-back Billboard #1 albums. As well, I have, yes, let's give her a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. And our next guest, I'm joined by none other than the Jamaican king of comedy himself, Mr. Oliver Samuels. Oliver is a household name, not only in Jamaica, but among the Jamaican and Caribbean diaspora here in the US and abroad. Jamaicans will remember his popular television series, Oliver at Large and in Charge. He's also appeared in numerous many Jamaican shows and stage plays, and we all have grown up laughing at the many productions that has been put on by Oliver. Our third guest is artist and activist Mr. Charles Smart, who is the brainchild of the Jamaica Heroes Modernized Project, which is a multi-dimensional legacy project focused on taking ownership of the Jamaican story and retelling it through the journey of the national heroes from pre-emancipation to post-independence. I'm really excited to share this awesome endeavor to our community. And finally, and definitely not least, my friend joining me is Dr. Susan Lisette Davis, also known as Dr. Sue. She is a professor emeritus at an HR organizational leadership consultant. She's written many books and poems. She performs and is a sought after keynote and motivational speaker. She'll be hosting our Emancipendence event on this Friday. So at this time, I would like to give Dr. Sue an opportunity to share with everyone on what we can expect on Friday, and then we'll turn it back over to some Q&A with our special guests as we get to begin our conversation.
Thank you, Mayor Messam. How are you? Hello, South Florida. Hello, world. Bringing South Florida to you. Happy Independence. Happy Independence. Today is the 4th of August. It's right in the middle of the 1st of August, which is emancipation, and the 6th of August, which is independence. So today is the big Emancipendence Day, and that's what we're going to be celebrating. So yes, we want all the family to come out. We have a wonderful program put together for you. Already the mayor has introduced to you, Oliver, who will be coming at outro. You just have to give him the stage and you know what you're going to get, And then we have Etana. But added to that, we, as usual, have to recognize people in the community. So we have some community people that we're going to be awarding for their efforts. So please come out and support them and be surprised by who they are too, right, among us. And we'll also have a cultural event. So we're gonna have a little culture put together before we get into the Etana music and stuff. So after we have the awards, we're gonna have a cultural stage and we're gonna have Steve Higgins and company who is going to be taking us down the country road and reminding us about some folklores and giving us the Jamaican culture all over. We have Sophia Nicholson, and as you know, Sophia is just wow, woman of the soil, and she can bring some of Miss Lou poem and all that alive, and she's gonna be doing that for us on Friday. And we also have DJ Leo Gilling. He's gonna come and he's going to take we down memory lane with all of the old Jamaican festival song them. We want a big heel boot and a barefoot pants. We go dance this year festival. Yes, so come out in all of that, right? On stage, you're gonna have me Norman. Oh, we know Norman Hemming, Judge Norman Hemming, plus Oliver Samuels. That's why they put Susan Davis or Dr. Sue in the mix because I'm going to have to hold on those two. You know it, no, right? But we're gonna have a wonderful Bunononos time. So yes, ensure you come out. And we also have this musician called Phil Watkis. He's coming and he's going to give us some of his wonderful singing too. So man, we have a load of fun. Come out, festival, and better yet, all COVID protocols will be observed. Okay, so come up, we do no mask, and because we're outside, we take it from in the city hall and we take it out on the park. We have you can social distance, and it's going to be wonderful. Another thing that I've heard, I talk, I don't tell me, I tell you no. There is going to be a vaccination station on site. So if you come and all those people that run you that don't get vaccinated, get haul them out and come and they, while them listening to music, them can go get vaccinated. So yes, man, come out, make we have whole heap of fun. All right. See you now on Friday. Back over to your mayor.
Yes, yes. Thanks so much, Dr. Sue. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, just some housekeeping matters for the event. If you would like to attend, the event is absolutely free, sponsored by the City of Miramar. And as Dr. Sue stated, it will be at the amphitheater at the regional park. It is South Florida's only covered amphitheater. So although we are outside, we have the protection and covering of a nice canopy. The city to obtain your access to the event, you can visit Jamaica Emancipendence 2021.eventbrite.com. 2021.eventbrite.com. We want to make sure that everyone is safe. Are so excited to invite everyone to the Miramar and we'll begin with Itana. And I'd like to start out just to welcome.
We keep losing the mayor on sound. So, guys, I
Yeah.
think he's saying we're gonna be going in. We're gonna be talking with Etana in a minute, and he also advised you to go to Eventbrite to register for the program, right? So coming out on we just want to have an idea of how many people to expect and what to do because again we want to uphold safety and make sure we have space for everybody. So just go on to Eventbrite and register for coming, although it's a free event. And now he's gonna talk to us or hand over to Etana so she can tell us a bit about herself. Can we hear you now, Mayor?
Yes, can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
but I am.
Okay, okay. So
Charles, you're
welcome.
muted.
Yes, so welcome, Itana. So can you share with our viewers a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Etana and I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. I've been in reggae music for 11, 12 years now. Um, I have uh, 8 studio albums and a couple number ones, as you already heard, one Grammy nomination. And I've been to many places across the world. I think it's better for you to ask me where I haven't been because the list is shorter. I've, you know, been blessed to travel across the world, meet many people, perform on some of the biggest stages, some of the smallest ones too as well. But every show is a show, and every show is solid and tight. And on the night of August 6th, I have a show planned that will make you sing. You're going to be singing the whole time. Well, until you get tired, I guess. But you'll be singing the whole time. And I plan to have a lot of fun with you and my whole band on August 6th. So come out and enjoy the show. It's going to be fantastic. It's starting the tour. My tour is all the way until it ends in the second week of September. And on August 6th, that will be my first show on the tour. And then we move all the way over from Philadelphia to um, uh, Ohio to Chicago, all the way over to LA and back over to Florida.
Wow, we are so
I think
excited.
I said a lot.
Yeah, we're so excited to know that we are kicking off your national tour here in the States, and we know
Yes.
that the first show will be your best, although all of them will be really great, but we know you
Oh,
have
it's
the
going to be
fun
solid
here
tight.
in the city
Solid.
of Miramar. So,
Yes.
Itana, can you share with us? Obviously, you have so many fans, and especially young girls that look up to you and maybe aspiring to accomplish what you've been blessed to accomplish. So can
Mm-hmm.
you share and give some advice for young girls who may be looking to get into the music business?
It's much easier now than it was 10 years ago, right? Because there's so many platforms that you can release your own music on. And YouTube has made a lot of new artists popular, and not a lot of new songs popular. But first, you just have to believe in yourself, believe in what you do, know that there is value in every song. Um, and sometimes it doesn't always work the way you want it to, but you must love music. You must love what you do and enjoy it, you know, and never give of yourself um, too much that at the end of the night, the day or the night, you can't sleep. Always do enough that makes your conscience all right, you know. Feel good about what you do and do it well. Just do it like Nike. Just do it.
Uh, so how does it feel to be a Grammy nominated artist?
I was excited the first time I heard. I got a phone call. I was in California, and I'm thinking, I know they know that I'm on tour. Who is calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning? Just ring in my phone. And so I woke up and I picked the phone and I was like, "Yo, I heard that you're nominated for." No, he said, "I heard you're nominated." And I said, "For what?" And then when he told me that I was the first female in however many years to be nominated for a Grammy, or for Best Album, I was at first asking how and why and all kind of questions, and I'm like, "What am I doing? I should be screaming right now." And that's when I just let it all out, and I was honored, elated, everything that you can think of. It was just a bunch of emotions all clustered together.
Nice, nice, nice. So, just share with us. So, what's next? Obviously, we're all coming out of the pandemic. Things are beginning to open back up. Artists are being able to do what they love, and that is to share their art with their fans and the people. So, what's next for Itana?
So, in the pandemic in 2020, I released an album called Gemini. And in this year, June 25th, I released the album called Pomoja. So I just stayed working the whole time, just working through it all. You know, music is what I do. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't able to do it. And so I just put all my energy and all my time into recording new songs. And so I intend on touring to, promote all the songs that I've done in the two albums, actually three, because there was Dimensions, then Gemini, and then Pomoja. So I have three albums of fresh music to perform all the way through. Not that I'm gonna load my show with all new songs. I'm gonna do all the favorites. Trust me.
Please
So,
do.
so my final question at this segment is that, because and since we're observing observing, so much Jamaica culture during this time of the year. With Jamaica culture, with our music in terms of reggae, dance hall has infused the U.S. culture and art. Are there any artists that you've been watching, for example, that maybe an R&B star?
Losing you again. And I'm thinking he's wanting to find out if there's an R&B star or somebody that
Or an
probably
artist that I like to
influences
work
you.
with? I don't know. Well, I mean, I can respond by saying those that have influenced me are like, I think he's still trying to say something. Okay, so those who have influenced me are like the Bob Marley, the Dennis Brown, the Jill Scott, the Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, um, Beyonce. Still, I love music. I'm a lover of music, and even in my like 8-year-old life and self, I used to sing Ear Supply. Two
Mhm.
less lonely people in the world. You know, don't ask me how I had that, but I used to listen to Air Supply, and then my mom used to play country music like Tammy Wynette and them Stand By Your Man,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then now in my time now, I listen to everybody from Pink to Alanis Morissette to still listen to Chris Brown and Little Wayne, and I just love music. So I'm a lover of music. And is there anyone that I'd like to collaborate with? I did a whole album of collaborations, and it's called Pamoja. Pamoja means together in Swahili. And so uh, the album says everything that the title says, because there's like maybe 5, 6, 7 artists, maybe more. I have Vibes Cartel. I have Junior Gang, Alba Rosie, Stone Boy, name it. It's like across the board, like we all got together on this album.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, we're so excited for your performance on Friday.
Ooh, you're gonna love it.
Love your work, and we'll be
Thank you.
glad, very, very happy when we get a chance to meet in person. I know we're meeting and talking now virtually, and thank you so much for joining. So,
And
so
thanks
now
for having me.
yes, yes. So now we'll transition over to Mr. Oliver Samuels. How are you, sir? Good evening.
I am so excited and wonderful and just you can't even imagine how how I feel to know that I have been invited to this exceedingly wonderful event coming out of Jamaica and just coming up here to Florida, another kind of Jamaica, and to to be on stage, sharing stage with the lovely Nightingale Etana. It is, and Mr. Mayor, just the fact that I'm associated with you gives me a unique pleasure because of your connection with Jamaica. And I hear you say, yeah, man, instead of yeah, man. And so even if I did not know that you had something to do with Jamaica, from the fact that you say yeah, man, instead of yeah, man, I know that you, yeah, man, I must have known you quite well.
Nice, nice. So, obviously, um, our listening and viewing audience right now, some folks are asking if you will be performing on Friday. So, can you share with the listening audience exactly your role and how you will be ushering in Jamaica Emancipendence in the city of Miramar?
Well, as a Jamaican and as a very extremely proud Jamaican, and my reputation, I suppose, goes before me. I'll be here as a co-MC, But because I'm saying so full up on myself of Jamaica, things will come out that is unexpected and nothing lewd or vulgar, but just praises and credits to my wonderful island home. So them know already say, me must have got chat something to make them laugh because say, as Mr. Would say, independence with a vengeance, and we have to celebrate. So say it's Emancipendence, with emancipation, the first independence on the 6th, and we twin them together and get Emancipendence, and we are going to have an Emancipendic celebration on Friday.
So one of our questions from Facebook Live, some of your fans are asking, when are you bringing back your show?
Mayor, look here. Them people, are so West Indian people fast, they're not fast in a people business. But I know it's because they are so anxious to know what I'm doing, and I cannot tell them, look out for me, because me a come back, and me a come back bigger and better. But because of what them call non-disclosure agreement, me can't expostulate on it.
Well, we don't want you to be in any breach of any contractual obligations you may have, and we'll patiently wait for your next production.
But yeah, talk my business, Mr. Mayor.
Because you're
coming in 2022, 2021 to 2022. Me might go to Grammy to like it on,
Aye. Oh, for it.
So one of our listeners has sent a question. Well, first they said that Mr. Oliver, first, thank you for your great contribution to Jamaican culture and keeping it real. What has been your most memorable achievement?
My most memorable achievement with all of the wonderful accolades was that time, the first time I had the great opportunity of working on stage with the late Honorable Louis Bennett Coverley. And I have a short story to tell. And as Miss Lou would say, story if you tell, but long bench not if you draw. Mr. Mayor, say for example, this year, the Christmas of this year, me and two other friends, we're fresh from country and we can't live at home. So the Christmas we promised ourselves, so we're going to treat ourselves to a movie. So we went up to Carib Cinema, and by the time we get to that metal gate at Carib Cinema, we find ourselves, somebody made this push or a crowd rushed, and we found ourselves under the clock. Anyway, I said to them, so watch you know, we're not coming, we'll go down a ward, go watch Miss Louia. And we went and we go sit up in the ballrooms because that's where we could afford. And plus, we could only get tickets to the ballrooms. Lord up there, it's pour up in a God. Anyway, we went up there, and when I saw the Queen of Jamaican theater, the Queen of the Jamaican language, the first dub poet in Jamaica came out. And when she began to talk and carry on, I said to myself, say, next year me down there with you. And please, believe you me, it came to be that I was on stage the following year with the late Honorable Louis Bennett Coverley. That, to me, must be the high point, because then nobody knew of me or anything like that. And when I went, the article was, where was he all along? Because then at the time Ronnie was getting old, and people always are pretty kind of wonder who them go get to replace Marsh Rod and all them sort of something there. And here comes this little country boy. And I tell you, man, it was the first time that we played. We did over 100 shows. We broke record that year because, look, you know, the little fire, you know, that time I'm young and mark, you know, man. When I launched in the character Moon Drop, me say it was Queenie's daughter.
His daughter.
No, it was when I launched into the character of Moondrop, people wonder if I knew English because I dab it up with a real rural dialect, you know. It was incredible.
Nice.
And then I had a song to sing like me a bad rude boy. Don't tell me and that love and mercy and Tara knows what contentment. I want a little contentment. I tell me ignorant, you know.
You know, you're sitting here as you're reflecting back on your highest point and moment, you know, you're making all of us laugh and with all your production. So tell us, what makes Oliver laugh? What do you enjoy to laugh and smile to?
Oh, there are three people in my life and in my circle that keeps me laughing continuously. And it's Dion Silvera, Anne-Marie Fuller, and Audrey Reed. They are outside of the theater just constantly make me laugh. And I laugh at strange situations, like if I saw somebody falling down, I die. Because they are so helpless going down. But the fact that them know say somebody might see them and get up, they get up faster than your eyes can see. So I just find those things extremely funny. I listen to people talk and the way they create expressions. Jamaicans, we are very creative linguistically. The way them can create an expression, they make it. They have a thing to say. Bad word. No, no have no feelings or something. But the way they can coin phrases. It's just absolutely creative. And those things makes me laugh, even if them a cuss bad word, a chain a bad word. But the way them twist it and turn it to have an effect on the individual that they're addressing, it's just so magical.
Yes, no way. It's undeniable. The Patois language, the Jamaican culture is just so, you know, it's just so unique. And not only unique to the island, but it has transformed the world. And, you know, during the Olympics right now, you know, to see in the 100 meters, the 1, 2, 3 in the 100 meters, and
Yes.
see Elaine Thompson also do a double at the 200. You know, it just brings a lot of pride, you know, not just in athletics and culture and contributions to this entire world. You know, what would you say Jamaica's, you know, influence and impact on the world being such a small island in the Caribbean?
Oh, it's extremely massive. I was watching this guy. His name is Trinidad or something Trinidad, and he was making joke of us and say, "Oh, him don't like we," because he say it's because our system has this gun culture when you run gun. And him not like it because we have mash up the thing and the Olympic Association should have put it out of it. It's all in good fun.
Mhm.
And they celebrate with us. But especially the women, because after both, then and I'm not focusing on both because Asafa Powell, the other brought Jamaica. But the women are, and I have to big up the women on this Emancipendence Day. emancipendent woman because we say we are trailblazer, we are trendsetter, and we just make it proud and wonderful stuff. But the impact we've had on the world is the fact that we have caused, and I'm not talking about America because America kind of selfish in them way, but we have caused the people, other peoples from begin to question the greatness of our people, especially in athletics, and that they would want to even go as far as to try to understand the science which them can do because them not got Afuyam and then got Raspberry and then Casada and then have the wonderful things that some of our children have to eat.
Yeah. So last request before we give you an opportunity to tell the viewers how they can stay in touch with you online. You had a request from one of your fans online who says, Oliver, can you say Claudia box me no?
Oh, box me now. If you think you're hefty more than the comeback, box me. After all, you know that me stand up in here contact about half a box. I want you to come box me, man.
So, so tell the viewers how, are you on social media? How can they connect with you and stay in touch with Oliver?
Oh, that now. I miss so my grandson put me on per Instagram. It's King of Comedy Oliver's our Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica's King of Comedy Oliver. That's what they'll find me there. And I do put up little, I don't know what to call them, but like between 2 and 5 minutes of stories. And those who are following me, I now have 14,500 followers. And the reason why my grandson wanted me to just talk to my people is during COVID, and then talk about stress, and then talk about people that commit suicide, and then talk about people that them complexion had changed, so they don't have to bleach no more, and all those things. It was because they were so confined to being in a house. And he said to me, Grandpa, why don't you just talk to them? And I started doing that. And them little joke, little talk talk about things about when we imagine and all them kind of thing. And you would be surprised, Mayor, how the positive response that I've been getting and how they thank me for helping them to be going through this pandemic with my little, me no know, let me just talk with, and so it has been going great. So Oliver, and you can get there and watch my posts and enjoy and laugh and comment.
Well, thank you so much for all the fun and joy and light moments you've given to all of us, not just in Jamaica, but in the diaspora. And we look forward to you being a co at Friday's Jamaica Emancipendence event at the Miramar Regional Park Amphitheater.
It is absolutely my pleasure to be there, and I am certainly going to make you extremely.
Can't wait. So our third guest is Mr. Charles Smart, who has gone on an endeavor to tell Jamaica's story through the National Heroes Modernization Project. So I would like to invite Charles to the viewer screen to share a little bit about the project and what to expect on Friday.
Hello, thank you so much, Mayor. Thanks for having me on here, and of course, it's an honor to be in the presence of the great comedian himself, Oliver Samuels, and super talented Itana, and okay, Miss Culture herself for South Florida, Dr. Sue. So what we're doing on Friday is we're going to be showing for the first time in public all of the national heroes that have been repainted. And so the Jamaica Heroes Modernized project is focused on taking our national heroes and modernizing the way they're portrayed. We've looked at those black and white sketches of people like Queen Nanny and Sam Sharp for all those years, and the black and white photos of the other heroes. And so, in order to connect with the next generation and to get them to really understand the importance of culture and preserving that culture, there's a need to reach them where they are and to talk to them in a way that connects with them. And so, one of the first steps that was taken was to repaint all of those heroes into fine art portraits, vibrant, colorful fine art portraits that would really reflect the heroes and dignify them and dignify the significance of the contribution that they made. So that was the first piece. And so you are going to be able to see very large prints of these images for the first time all together in on stage at the event. We'll also be talking about the event. The event is going to be on August 6th, so encourage everybody to go to the Eventbrite website. It's Jamaica Independence. I'm sorry, Jamaica Emancipendence 2021.eventbrite.com to make sure that you can register. But the project that we're working on is much bigger than just the paintings. The paintings is actually one of the first pieces. It's one of five. We're creating a 10-episode docuseries that's going to immerse the world and Jamaicans into the story of the heroes, but not just the story of the heroes, because the story of the heroes also connects back with the story of Jamaica. And so we're going to also be talking about our culture and sharing about how why we like jerk chicken, right? That comes from Maroons and connect the history of our heroes and their sacrifices to today and why that's relevant to understand why we do the things that we do today. So that film series will get a chance to immerse everybody into that. We have original music that we will also be producing to sing about our heroes and celebrate them, the fine art paintings, a digital platform to make it accessible to everyone. You can go to JamaicanNationalHeroes.com or Jamaican National Heroes on Instagram to learn about the project. Encourage you to follow us. And of course, the print component, we're connecting back with the high schools in Jamaica. And that is going to be placing those fine art portraits in the schools, but also contextualizing them. The kids understand that they may see the heroes and recognize them, but they don't necessarily know what the heroes did and what they contributed. So we're going to be providing, a top list of their major accomplishments to give context to the heroes and what they did so that it also connects back to the digital platform through QR codes. So that is what we're doing. But come out on Friday and you'll get a chance to see those images and um, you know, figure out how you can also be a part of what we're doing.
Nice, nice. So if an organization or individual want to get involved in this special project, how can they do so?
Well, what we want, this is a Jamaican project for all Jamaicans globally, right? The unique thing about this project is about cultural unity. And so we want organizations to come on board and to partner with us in the way of helping us to create awareness in the community. So sharing the event. We also integrate very well as a result of what we've done so far. We've created a marketing platform that is able to also reach the Jamaican community globally. And so one of the things that we are able to do is amplify events by integrating into them to take events that individuals maybe having in the community and amplify them out to the global Jamaican community. So we have individuals in the UK that are representing us for the project, in the Canada, the Southeast here, the Northeast, um, and that group is growing. So we are encouraging organizations to come on board. They can reach us if you go to you can send us an email or just go to the website JamaicanNationalHeroes.com and you can reach out to us. But we have multiple integration points where everyone can be a part of this because we're telling everybody back the culture. Right? You have to back the culture and support what we're about, and that's what this is about. And the events like what we're having here on Friday is a perfect example of how we integrate with different events and help to amplify the work that those events are doing already.
Well, nice. I'm really excited to see these paintings and illustrations of the national heroes displayed prominently at the amphitheater. It's a family-oriented event, and it's a really, great opportunity for, especially for first generation, second generation Americans who are parents are on occasion may visit back home, but may not necessarily be directly connected with the history and the culture of Jamaica. And it's a great way for them to be exposed and to have a sense of pride and heritage of where their family have come from. So we're really excited to have this project as a part of the City of Miramar's Emancipendence event this year on Friday. So we look forward to seeing everything that you have to play regarding the national heroes. So thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. And you have been a great supporter from Jump Street after the introduction from our Consul General, Oliver Mayer, who's also a huge supporter of the project. So thank you so much for including us.
Yes, and it's always a great note to recognize our Consul General, Oliver Mayer, who has hit the ground running. He's always been supportive of the community and these types of events, and we look forward to seeing him as well on Friday. He has confirmed that he will be in attendance. So you don't want to miss this event on Friday. We're just so excited about it.
Not at all, not at all.
Yes. So, Itana, we did get a question or request from Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And someone asked, can we get a little a cappella from the Queen this evening?
Oh, I can surely do that. I just don't know. Did they give you a song to
They
or
did
just
not
any song?
say, they just said they said, can we get a little a cappella from the Queen? And they put the crown emoji after that. So it said Queen.
I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down, but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky. Till I rise. No, I'm not afraid. I'm a lover, woman, and a woman, lover, man, and a job. Woo! I can't wait.
All right, all right.
It's a vibe. It's a
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
That will
I
make
can't
everybody
wait.
want to come to the function.
No, you will make everybody want to come to the function because everything single time you open your mouth, we have to laugh. So I'm
Ah,
ready.
my
I
dear.
don't
so
know
good
what we're going to
comedy
do that
and
night.
good music.
Yes,
Mayor,
What else
it
them
look
can
like you
answer?
get it
And it's
right
for
this
free.
year.
yes, yes. So Dr. Sue, you know I cannot let you off the hook. I cannot
Oh
let you
no.
the book. You know, you one of your latest projects was, a book. I'll let you talk more about it, but your last book, that it really talks about you digging within yourself and being your best. So just share just a little bit about that project and because I think it really is a really great project and book that you've written, and anyone that's looking to be the best version of themselves should get a copy.
Wow. Wow. I really wasn't expecting this, but thank you. So the book is called Living a Hip Life. Hip being humble, intentional, and prepared. And it's the story of a mother as told by a daughter. Now, I tell people this book is forget about the story. I used my mother's journey just to show how much we can live hip lives. It's about living a hip life. We live hip lives all the time, and we need to be intentional about doing that. Be humble in who you are and what you're doing, and be intentional. Be intentional because you see, like how Oliver did intentional and stay up in the waffle rooms or wherever and say
Yes.
I'm going to be on stage with Miss Lou. I am being intentional now in saying I am going to be performing with Oliver soon. That's my intent.
Yay!
And in being intentional about that, I will start preparing. So once I put that intent out, I am going to prepare. So look for it. So I'm humbling myself, being intentional, and then I will prepare to get to that place. So it's about that, really, Mayor. Thank you very much for bringing that
Beautiful.
forward. But I think if we all get to that place in our lives where we just become a bit more focused, it's about knowing yourself, loving yourself, and just understanding who you are and where you are. And when you're in that place, that centeredness, that faith filled place, you just be intentional and be prepared, and everything around you will just be so harmonious and more in peace and in line with the universe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, that is
Beautiful.
why Dr. Sue is not only my friend, but she has worked with me for many years in putting on this Emancipendence event every
Mhm.
year. You know, Jam- the Jamaican culture is known for many reasons, especially for our music. But what I really wanted to accomplish with the Jamaica Emancipendence series of events that we do is to go beyond the music, to talk about the spirit, the pride, the accomplishments, of the Jamaican people, especially those who live right here in the city of Miramar and are impact and influence within South Florida and throughout this nation. So the vision of this event was to be of high caliber, high quality, entertaining, and recognizing our accomplishers within our community. A part of this event, I will be giving out some local icon awards. We have Allison Smith, who will get the Trailblazer Award. She will be the first, not just Jamaican American president of the Bar Association, but she will be the first woman ever in the 100-year history of the Broward Bar Association as their president. So, and she's Jamaican and lives right here in the city of Miramar. We have Cairo Eubanks, who is the reigning Miss Broward County, who represented this, and she's from Miramar, represented us very well in the pageant to be Miss Florida. And she will be recognized as the rising star. If you learn that she owns businesses and just a very beautiful and bright professional young woman who has her future is so bright, and I can't wait to share her story with everyone. And we have Miss Kay Martinek. She's a local beautician here, some entrepreneur, but every year she hosts a 5K to raise money for this very rare condition that causes alopecia with balding of women, and it's not a very prevalent disease, but it's very, very destructive in terms of a quality of life. And she has made that a focal point of her life, working with local doctors to bring awareness to this condition and resources to this condition. And these are Miramar residents, in this case, daughters of the soil, who are doing so well here, in our nation. So although we'll have an opportunity to dance, we have an area where everyone can dance to Itana and her nice songs. But we want to make sure that we share the culture, we share the quality of our people and our residents right here in the city of Miramar. And I'm just so excited and humbled to be the mayor of this city. And everyone always reminds me that I'm the first Black mayor of this city, the first Jamaican American mayor of this city. And I want to know and to be in a position that, although we have a very large Jamaican population here in the city of Miramar, we have a large Hispanic community. We have a significant number of Caucasians that live here, African Americans that live here, and we want to celebrate all of our residents. And I really get excited when I can share the Jamaican culture, because that's a part of who I am. My mother and father are from Manchester, and my father, so I have
Best
to,
parish, the best parish.
yes,
Anyway,
yes, yes,
Shut up, but
don't
best.
go, Oliver, don't start. We're not talking about
Said
St.
me,
Mary
oh no, no,
tonight.
do
We're
it.
not
Saint
talking
Mary, where
about
come
St.
from?
Mary tonight.
Saint Mary, where come from?
Right now, not do it. Oh, because you know, want to go I said Mary, I'm
yes.
not clearing that.
All right. Well, Mayor, guess what? I just realized. You notice the people in me are warning is another 1, 2, 3, 3 women, a women rule.
Wow.
Yes.
That is
Women
why I
rule.
say.
1,
That
2,
is why I
3.
say. Our
Yes.
Jamaican are the
Jamaican woman, them on fire.
them just incredible.
They're on fire,
Go
man.
world
So,
Jamaica.
we're inviting all of our community out, especially our other fellow Caribbeans. We have our Haitian brothers and sisters, and which, by the way, I always recognize our Haitian brothers. They're the
Absolutely.
first free republic, in the West, and they
Yep.
started boats and they started for slaves to see that there can be a free life for them. So we
Mm-hmm.
always recognize our fellow Caribbean brothers and
Of course.
make sure that we all celebrate one another. And as we are celebrating Jamaica's independence on this Friday, 6 o'clock at the Miramar Regional Park at the amphitheater, we have no other than our Grammy nominated superstar vocalist, Itana. And we have our king of comedy, Mr. Oliver Samuel. And we
Yes.
have the creator and the founder of the Jamaica National Heroes Modernized Project, Mr. Charles Smart, and we have no other than our own Dr. Sue, and we cannot forget
Yes.
our own Judge Norman Hemming, who will
Oh,
be
I was going to go
as
there.
well. Who I say is a if he was not a jurist, if he was not a judge on the bench, he could
It would
definitely be
arrive.
a
It would arrive.
co-star Oliver because he is hilarious and you all be
It
able
would,
to
it
cannot wait to
would
see it
arrive Oliver.
I'm,
between
I'm
everyone.
going to have to do that man, because me
Yes.
about we have to tell me.
You went out there. Say that again.
I said I am going to have a talk with him because I have a way of people who try to come into
Okay.
my space.
All
So I'm
right.
better turn in a legal space and leave comedy alone.
Well, you
So like
see,
shots fired, right?
That's
you see, like
fine.
how we
I will
wound
do
up.
it. I will do it. Him have to learn sign now.
All right, no, seriously, it's like
So
how we wound up and we know we're going to have a good time and all that. We cannot and we should not go off without thanking people at the City of Miramar. The mayor's office, the City of Miramar, they've done a woman's job so far getting this thing together. I can only imagine what Friday is going to be like. And then we have some sponsors who never leave us out over the years, Mayor. I
yeah,
mean, I call on them and all when them can't find it, them draw it out for us, and we have to thank them. I
yes, yeah,
thank them. Our title sponsor this year is the Jamaica Tourist Board. Big up Jamaica Tourist Board. Please, guys, come out. There'll be lots for you to see and do. We have Grace. Thank you, Grace. Lots of prizes that we have that we're going to be sharing. Grace Food and Products. Come on out. Victoria Mutual Building Society. Thank you, guys. Always in our corner. The Louise Bennett Overley Heritage Council. They too are a sponsor this year, and we thank you guys very much. And we encourage the community to go out and go to their productions too. They're always having entertaining and educational events. So go and support their events as well. And last but not by no means least, and actually it's not last because we also have the heroes. No, Charles, as you're looking at me, we do have the heroes who are very much our partners and who are very much sponsoring a lot of this. But we also have Western Union. So we also have Western Union on board. So I just want to thank all these sponsors, your help, whatever little, however little, whether in kind or however you do it, it goes to help to make this production the success that it has been over the years. And I have no doubt that we'll continue it on Friday. I mean, just look at who we're headlining. And we have, Queen Etana and King Oliver, please. So,
But you see,
yeah.
my king and queen should even mix because the queen there was serious queen, Me just man must say K-I-U-E-E-N, me a K-I.
well, Everyone, this has been such a great conversation, and I'm just so excited about Friday. We have a great lineup to not only entertain, but educate as well as recognize some of our local icons. And I look forward to seeing everyone. And so, again, this is Mayor Wayne Messam bringing you conversations with the mayor. And we look forward to you joining us this Friday on August 6th, 6 p.m. at the Miramar Regional Park Amphitheater. And the event is totally free, but we're asking everyone to register at Jamaica Emancipendence 2021.eventbrite.com. That's Emancipendence 2021.eventbrite.com. On behalf of the city of Miramar, thank you all for tuning in. God bless you. God keep you and keep laughing, keep smiling, and we'll see you on this Friday. Take care. God bless.